What's the most sociopathic kid you've ever met? At 13, my family was dead broke, so when I got stuck doing a group project with this kid who wouldn't shut up about his rich parents, I was sure he'd treat me like dirt. But plot twist, he actually liked me. Turns out making him laugh till he couldn't breathe was enough to make him want to be friends, even after our project ended. Fast forward about 3 months, I thought we were really good friends, and he invited me to his birthday party in his mansion in 2 weeks' time. But there was a catch. He told me under no circumstance was I allowed to look poor or mention anything about how my family really was. I was to pretend to be rich. I should have seen the red flag right there, but I was 13 and desperate to fit in. The 2 weeks leading up to his party were a nightmare. Tyler kept bugging me about buying new clothes and new shoes. I had to ask my mom to work double shifts at the diner and give me her tip money. She did, and we somehow scraped together enough to buy me one decent outfit from the mall. Not designer clothes like Tyler wanted, but at least it didn't scream thrift store. The night of the party, I felt like I was walking into a movie set. The mansion had actual columns and a circular driveway filled with cars that cost more than my mom made in 5 years. Inside, there were waiters carrying trays of fancy appetizers and a DJ. Tyler introduced me around to his friends, and I managed to hold conversations about private school drama and vacation plans. For about an hour, I actually felt like I belonged there. These kids were laughing at my jokes and treating me like one of them. Tyler kept smiling at me from across the room like he was proud to have me there. Then everything changed. We were all sitting in Tyler's game room when one of his friends started complaining about the scholarship kids at their private school. Tyler's eyes lit up, and he launched into this whole speech about how much he hated poor people trying to act like they belonged in his world. "I mean, seriously," Tyler said, while gesturing dramatically. "Grown-up adults who work at McDonald's and buy their clothes at thrift stores try pass it off as vintage. It's pathetic." The other kids were laughing and nodding along. My stomach started twisting into knots because everything Tyler was saying described my life exactly. "The worst part," Tyler continued, "is when they get all excited about getting into state schools because they can't afford real colleges. Like, congratulations, you're going to community college." He then smirked at me, knowing full well my dream was to go to a community college and make it out through there. He then looked directly at me while he said the next part. I honestly could never be friends with people like that. I sat there frozen as Tyler kept going. He talked about how disgusting it was when poor families tried to shop at nice stores, how he got sick when people like them were around him, and how if he ever found out his friends were poor, he would shoot them with his dad's hunting rifle. I couldn't take it anymore and ran outside crying, and that's when everything changed. Tyler's parents found me on their front steps and asked what was wrong. At first, I tried to protect Tyler and said it was nothing, but they kept asking with genuine concern. Finally, I broke down and told them everything. How Tyler made me hide who I really was. How everything he just said inside described my actual life. I didn't know how they'd react, but what I didn't expect was unwavering support. Their faces went from confusion to absolute horror. Tyler's dad immediately stormed inside and announced to everyone that the party was over due to his son's completely unacceptable behavior. The other kids stared at him in confusion, but he refused to elaborate and just kicked everyone out. He then pulled Tyler into his room to talk to him alone. Tyler's mom apologized to me in front of everyone, and after all the kids were out, she explained what happened to all the parents privately. They were split in half. Several of them thought what Tyler did was funny. They were the ones the mom cut off. But a few came up to me afterward and asked where my parents worked to see if they could pull some strings and get them better jobs. I remember seeing Tyler come out crying, and after everyone left, his parents forced him to apologize to me. I went home with a brand new outfit that day that his parents gave to me as an apology, but unfortunately, that wasn't the end. Because I still had to go to school with Tyler, and I knew he wouldn't just let me away with embarrassing him. Full story linked below.